Hey guys, Hamish here. How you doing? I'm a polar bear and I like reviewing movies. And so today we're going to be talking about Star Wars The Last Jedi. And I went to see Star Wars The Last Jedi opening night, saw the midnight screening, was really fun. And upon my first viewing of the movie, I honestly didn't know what to think about it. I saw the movie and I was thinking, I know I experienced some things. Everything just hit me, all these images and sounds, but I don't quite know what I experienced. I was sat eating a chicken legend at McDonald's afterwards thinking, what was The Last Jedi? I had to see it again. Because now I knew where this story was going, where the arcs were going. Maybe I'd be able to track it a bit more. And I'm happy to say that on second viewing, I really liked The Last Jedi. I really enjoyed it. I found it a lot easier to follow, knowing where it was going. It does move at a really fast clip, but I think it's a really good movie. It does some stuff that I really, really like. And just so you know, I'm going to go into spoilers, light spoilers from this, moment on. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, best to clock out. Anywho, so I really like a lot of things in this movie, and one of the things I like the most is this moment, this really small moment. It might be my favourite moment in the film, actually. This moment between Luke and Yoda. Yes, Yoda's back and it is amazing. He's funny. Page turners, they were not. That's my Yoda. And so Luke and Yoda are staring up at this burning tree, and Yoda gives him this lesson. He's still schooling Luke 30 years later, and he says, failure is the greatest teacher. And I thought, just what an amazing line, what a profound line, and yeah, I think that's my favourite moment. But anyway, I want to get into some stuff about the film that I wasn't hot on. There's a lot of stuff out there about stuff that Leia does with the Force that people aren't big on, and I think that's been talked about enough, but I want to get into some more internal conflict going on with some of the characters, namely Rey, that I wasn't big on, okay? And so this is what happens. Rey gets to the island, she meets Luke, and obviously he refuses to train her, but when they're talking about Kylo, she says about him that there's no light left in him, okay? And then she goes off and she starts having these Force chats with Kylo. Yes, that's what I'm calling them, Force chats. And she's having these Force chats with Kylo, and first off she shoots at him, then the next time she shouts at him, and then eventually they touch hands through the Force, and she sees some light in him. And then she goes to Luke, she's like, oh, you tried to kill him, I sent some light in him, I'm going to save him. And she leaves the island. And to me, I just don't buy it. I just don't buy that Rey would yo-yo to this straight away. Yes, she's been, Force chatting with him and sort of felt what was going on, but this is the guy that killed Han Solo. This is the guy that put your friend Finn in a coma. And now you think, oh, actually, I was completely wrong. There is light in him, and I'm going to save him. It just feels a bit naive on her terms, and I think she's, a discerning character. I think that's the character we got in The Force Awakens, and I just don't buy it. But what I think is they could have easily amended this moment, and here's how. So when Luke decides to train her finally, they go up to that big cliff and she sits on it and she starts feeling through the Force and she sees the dark, weird, grimy hole thing, and Luke's just like, oh, you didn't even resist the darkness, and he storms off. And it's hinting that Rey has got a bit of dark side in her, or the dark side's calling out to her, and we saw this in The Force Awakens. If Starkiller Base didn't crack in half, she probably would have killed Kylo Ren there and then. You saw it in her eyes, that hatred, that anger towards him for hurting the people she loved. And I thought, oh, in this movie they're going to expand upon it, and when Luke gave us that line, I thought, oh, she's going to be tempted, she might have flirtation with the dark side here. And what I felt they missed. I don't get the cave scene. If anyone else gets the cave scene, let me know what it means, because I really don't understand the cave scene. I don't get what it means. It's just ultra fake. She sees infinite versions of herself. It's really strange. But I felt that when when Rey says to Luke that, I'm gonna go save him, I sense there's conflict in him, I'm going to him. I wish Luke had said something along the lines of, resist it, Rey. This is the darkness calling out to you. Resist it, you know? I thought it was going to tie back into that. And I guess that's, you know, my head creating expectations and creating links between all these things. But it just feels after that point, she just becomes the paragon. She just becomes the shining bright Jedi, you know, and all that sort of dark conflict is gone. Yes, she sort of nearly reaches out to Kylo Ren's hand on Snoke's ship, but, you know, she doesn't, you know, and everything else surrounding that, there just doesn't seem to be really any conflict going on within her. And I wish there was. I wish she was a more conflicted character. I wish, you know, if that line had been there, if Luke had said, oh, you know, Kylo Ren is he's the dark side, he's drawing you in, you know, resist him. I wish there was something in her which made her question her decision to leave, whether is she right in going to him, or is she being manipulated by him through these Force chats? I wish there was something more there, because it just feels like we lose a lot of her internal conflict after that, and she just becomes shining bright Jedi Knight. She becomes Superman pretty much, and I'm lost a bit, you know. And so, anyway, there's my thoughts on that. I did actually really enjoy The Last Jedi. I think it's a really good film. It doesn't even scratch the surface of how great Empire is. And I think I might enjoy The Force Awakens more. But that's me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment below, let me know. What do you think of my idea for what they should have done with Rey and Kylo and Luke in the story? Anyway, I've been Hamish the Polar Bear. Thanks for watching 30 Little Hacksaws. Goodbye.